Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. Meteorologist Zach Gilday here. Just hopping on here because, well, we have some changes. It's a whole lot colder than what it was yesterday. And we even had a little bit of wintry mix action, especially if you live in Northwest Arkansas. We're in Fayetteville. We saw some light to even briefly moderate snow. So to our north, Bentonville saw snow too. And as of right now, we're still seeing a little bit of that light snow. So let's get right into it, showing how heating, cooling, mega Doppler. Again, really just some light returns from this, but just enough to cause some impacts on those roads. So if you have to drive tonight, I would definitely take it slow. If you don't have to be outside, if you have a plan on going somewhere and it's not 100% necessary, I would probably stay in because I know for me, I'm a little bit nervous about going home because I can see snow on the roads. I can see a little bit of icing issues. And looking at iDrive Arkansas, the map indicates that there are some icing issues. So I can show you that. Let me pop that up right here for you. So here's iDrive. So the blue shade, that is snow-covered roads. So pretty much all of looks like downtown up there in Rogers, pretty much all of downtown Rogers, snow is on the roads. The pinkish, purplish color, that's ice. So you don't want to be out in that. And tonight is only going to be getting colder. We had the rain earlier during the day. We had the light wintry mix. So any moisture that's on the roads will refreeze heading into Monday morning. So I know a lot of people tomorrow probably have to go to work. I know some schools are back in session tomorrow. Definitely plan for a few extra minutes on that morning drive tomorrow. And again, if you don't have to be on the roads, I would definitely stay home because you don't want to risk it. Definitely could get dangerous, even potentially deadly if you're out there in the on the icy roads. But yeah, a lot of comments flowing in. Really appreciate everybody on here. It is 10:02 p.m. currently, and I am waiting for this Sunday night football game to end, and then we are going to be doing the live newscast. So when this football game is over, I'm going to have to end this newscast and we're going to go over to TV coverage. So we're going to do a whole lot of weather. But I see this comment right here. John is asking, snow on Thursday? That is the big question. And a lot of the computer models are showing some pretty good indications that there is going to be some good chances for snow coming up Thursday and especially Friday. So Willow is saying, it's snowing in Rogers. Thank you for that comment. Definitely. Dwayne, I see you're in Harrison. Thanks for coming on here. Carl Owens, I see your comment. Yeah, not a whole lot of snow here, but definitely enough to cause issues on those roads. So that's why we're doing this live stream. Carl, dangerously slick. Yes, I would definitely agree. I've got some coworkers who went home during break and now they're back here, and they were telling me that Highway 112 is a little bit slick. So definitely, especially the overpasses, bridges, those areas will freeze quicker. Rebecca, Garfield has some snow. Yep, definitely. Okay, Michael, you just sent photos of outside my house to Dan. Nice. Okay, we can see if we can maybe see those. Um, yep, great advice, Timmy. Be careful driving. Definitely, you do not want to be caught out in this. So, what's going on? So, check out the Bentonville Town Square. So, you saw the highway up there in Rogers. The highway looks pretty clear. Again, there still could be some icing, but here's a good example of the back roads. Here's the Bentonville Town Square, snow-covered roads. So definitely we are seeing impacts from this light wintry mix. Even though it was light, even though the more significant impacts were well to our north, if you have family up there in Iowa, up there in Missouri, Kansas, they saw a whole lot of snow. Kansas City had a blizzard warning, but right now, for us, snow seems to be tapering off. Your husband was sliding on our porch from ice. Yep, definitely. Yeah, so elevated porches, those are going to be freezing. Um, Yeah, here's a good comment right here. Won't conditions improve as the night progresses due to the air being drier? And yes, Matt, that is a great point. First of all, let's look at the radar again. So here's the radar. So really, it's just some light return. It's not even showing up in Benton County or Washington County. But we got cameras looking out there. So even though the returns aren't showing, there is some light precipitation falling. But check out these winds. So Matt is saying we got the dry air in place. We've got the wind. Yes, that will all aid in evaporating the moisture. So that's good. So that will help out driving conditions. But there's already some areas of ice. So again, heading into Monday morning, I do anticipate there being some slick areas. It's not going to be widespread, impossible driving conditions, but definitely, especially up in Northwest Arkansas, there will be some trouble spots and definitely some dangerous conditions for some areas. But I don't think every area is going to be dangerous. Yep. So, wind conditions. Yep. So, great comment right there. Let me get caught up here. Whoa. A lot of comments. Really appreciate the comments, by the way. So, all right. Here we go. Kenzie saying, uh, your BF takes brand new car to work in Bentonville. I'm nervous for his safety and my car. Yeah. Definitely just take it slow. Just be careful out there. Okay. All right. So we'll talk about this in just a minute, Tiffany. Thursday into Friday, there are definitely some strong indications of some snow back in the forecast. Molly's saying snowy in Cave Springs, maybe also a little sleet. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure is cooling down quick. Earlier during the day, believe it or not, we were in the 50s. Driveway and road is covered. Ooh, 3 a.m. Thursday from Arkansas to Oklahoma. So as of right now, the snow looks to be Thursday nights into Friday. But again, that could change. Shana, how much snow should we expect? Well, we're talking about what day. So as of today into tomorrow morning, really just maybe a few tenths of an inch. So really not a whole lot of snow expected for us with this system. But looking at Thursday into Friday, again, it's far out. Things could definitely change. I've been seeing some models show 3 to 6 inches, but again, we could get nothing. We could get more. So it's still far out. Things will change. But let's let me get my clicker. Here it is. Let's go through some graphics here. So wind chill value. Here's what it feels like. Here's probably the big story with this system is the dangerously cold weather. Wind chills in the single digits right now, and it will only get colder heading into Monday morning. So we're talking about the gloves, the hat, those will all be needed. The tip of your nose, your ears, those areas, they can get frostbite if you're outside for too long. So if you get uncomfortable, I would get inside quick. Here are the forecasted windshield values tomorrow morning. See Fayetteville below zero. Definitely seeing the frigid air in place. Here's that big system. Again, wreaking havoc across the country. Heavy snow to our north up in West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri. Severe weather to our southeast in Mississippi. And for us, we were kind of spared from the brunt of this system here. Here is a lot of colors. Here are the watches and warnings. Zooming in on Northwest Arkansas, cold weather advisory. That might sound a little odd, and that's because this is a new advisory. The National Weather Service kind of tweaked what they were doing with their wording, and now it's called a cold weather advisory. So pretty much we got wind chill values as low as -4 tonight. That is why we have this warning. So it is going to be a cold one for sure. Timing of the advisory midnight through 10 a.m. Monday. And I think the winter storm watch has been or the winter weather advisory. I think it's gone. Nope, still there. So through 10 p.m., I guess it's longer. Let me see here. Okay, so it looks like they extended that till midnight. So looks like they extended the winter weather advisory through midnight. And that's because, again, a glaze of ice, you can see the wording and underneath the hazards, glaze of ice, maybe up to a tenth of an inch of snow, and pretty windy. Wind gusts 35 miles per hour look common. So that combination, that's why we had the winter weather advisory. Let me go next. Breaking it all down. Stand by. There it is. Wintry mix ends early tonight. Slick spots heading into Monday morning. Dangerously cold weather settles in. More snow Thursday PM into Friday. That's what a lot of people are wondering about. And I will touch upon that in just a second. So, first of all, we got the future track showing the snow ending, temperatures getting cold, strong winds heading into tomorrow morning. Check out the morning lows. Average morning low for this time of year is 25. We are going to be a whole lot colder, and the highs during the afternoon are going to stay below freezing for a good chunk of the area. So it is going to be getting very cold and staying cold. All right. Uh, Here's a question. Sydney, driving from Springdale to Huntsville tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. How are we thinking the roads are going to be in the AM? So I do think there will be some slick spots, but here's the deal. We got the winds, we got the dry air. Those will aid in evaporation. And when the sun comes up tomorrow morning, you'd be surprised how quick those roads dry out. So again, I don't think it's that's not going to be like the end of the world, but Sydney, I would definitely leave a little bit earlier and take it a little bit slower, especially downtown Springdale. Could be some slick areas there, and the overpasses, bridges are always going to be an issue. Okay, here's Casey. My road is solid white in Bella Vista. I'm not looking forward to my drive to work tomorrow. It's all hills to and from. So hopefully it's just light, fluffy snow on top of the roads and there's no ice beneath. But we had the rain earlier during the day, and if those roads did not completely dry out, there could be some areas of ice. So, Casey, I would definitely take it slow and give yourself some extra time to work. I mean, we're looking at iDrive Arkansas right now. Not a lot of people on the roads. I haven't seen an accident all evening, but that's because there's not many people out and about. Let me show you what I mean here. Feel free to keep asking questions though. So here's iDrive right now. So let me zoom in on the Springdale area. See, iDrive isn't saying Springdale has snow on the roads, but again, this don't take this to the bank. What iDrive says, it definitely shows snow on the roads in Rogers and some icing issues on some of the roads further west. So here's a major highway northbound. That's Interstate 49. See some people driving. Looks like an 18 wheeler going a little bit slow. That's an overpass. It looks like some cars down below. There's a car. Yeah, so I haven't seen any accidents yet this evening, but the roads are definitely slick in some areas. Some of my coworkers went home on break and they were saying that they did run into some slick areas, kind of fishtailing on one of the overpasses. I think it was on Highway 112. All right, driving to Dallas in the morning about 7 a.m. Thoughts on how the roads might be. Well, Yeah. Going to Dallas. Yeah, definitely there will be some slick areas, so I'll leave a little bit earlier. 7 a.m. is kind of early as is, but you want to stay safe on those roads for sure. And it's usually not you; it's usually you know other circumstances that make the drive difficult, whether it be too many cars on the road, following too close behind someone. Especially in stuff like this, you want to leave plenty of distance because you might take longer to stop. Wayne, ground is covered out in the mountains between Greenland and Elkins. Lisa, not good in Bella Vista right now. Do you mean the temperatures or do you mean the roads? Light snow, Eureka Springs, ground is covered. Thank you, Heather, for that comment. Kenzie, Sydney Oliver. Sorry, must have missed the question. Can you ask it again? Or Sydney Oliver? Oh, I think I might have asked it. I think I might have answered it. Hopefully. Okay. Denise, it's awful out. Slipped in my driveway. Well, hope you didn't fall down. Hope you just stumbled. Hope you're okay. And yeah, definitely. Yeah. Take it slow. Wear some good shoes out there. Wear maybe some boots with some good traction. Andy, an inch in Centerton. Yeah. So we're saying, at most about 1 inch. So looks pretty good. Okay, Marley, son took the garbage bin to the street in Bentonville and started sliding. Any chance school will be closed? Yeah, I definitely think there will be chances. It's not up to us and the weather authority team. It's not up to us. But a lot of people have been asking about later on during the week. And I still see some more comments. Let me try and get to them. Okay, Seth, snow in Cave Springs, maybe a little sleet. Yep, believe it. Holiday, Holiday Island, snow on the ground. Great. Yeah, definitely snow on the ground in a lot the forecast area. I don't have TV service. Appreciate these. You're welcome, Tiffany. Yeah. Yep. Appreciate you being on here and asking some questions. Yeah, so looking up at the football game, still 4 minutes left to go. Stephanie, it's snowing hard now in Rogers. That was at 10:04. Whoa, I am behind. Yeah, so right now it's 10:17. So I'm at the comments back at 10:04. Um yeah, so in Lowell, yeah, I remember your comment, Shauna. Yeah, I mean, as far as tonight, maybe at most 1 inch. But if we're talking Thursday into Friday, which we have the map up right now, could be a different story. You can see another big system. So here's Tuesday, big trough dipping down across the desert southwest. And this is a southerly track for sure. Now, for us, we always talk about the Red River track for high snowfall totals. This system is going to be tracking south of the Red River, so across Texas, and then swinging through. And here's the European model showing another system bringing snow. Here's Thursday, 10 p.m. Maybe even heavier snowfall totals in the River Valley. Here's Friday, 9 a.m. So that commute Friday morning could be a lot worse. So we're talking, a couple days away here. And then all that should be out of here by Friday. So snow Friday during the day. So it could be an interesting setup. If that happens, maybe snow starting Thursday night and then continuing into the day Friday. So maybe school will be canceled Friday. I know if I was in school, I would be excited. I would be like, yeah, no school Friday. Casey is coming down to Bella Vista too. Yep. Tiffany, 3 a.m. Thursday, head to Oklahoma. Well, it's still far out, but as of right now, I was looking at the American model too. The snow is not starting until Thursday evening, but we're still far out. Molly, I don't have that information right now. Um, but if there are, we will talk about it hopefully during the 10 p.m. newscast, or it's after 10 now. But once this football game ends on NBC, then we will be live doing our news coverage. All right. Bentonville. Yeah, Bentonville, same deal. Dangerously cold tonight, some light snow, and here's Thursday into Friday. Could see some higher snowfall totals, Stephanie. John, yep, wind chill values next few days. Let's look at that. Stand by. So here's tonight. Could be down below zero. Here's tomorrow afternoon. Highs in the 20s. Feels like the teens. That's Monday afternoon. Here's Monday morning. Now, Monday morning, the wind will be a lot less. So the wind chill won't be as low, but the actual thermometer will be a little bit lower on your Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday afternoon, see wind chills stay in the 20s in the highs Tuesday and even Wednesday could stay below freezing during that whole time. Okay, you live in Rogers and work in Bentonville at 5:45 a.m. That's an early start as is, but I hate to say it, I would definitely plan for a few extra minutes on that morning drive. I know I've been saying it. Ice scraper. Actually, it's a little dry. There might not be much frost on the car windshield just because it's so dry. Interesting. Yeah, but hope you make it to work safely and um yeah, definitely take it slow. Molly, granddaughter drives to school. Worried. Is there any roads to avoid? Yeah, see, I mean, usually in a situation like this, the roads that that they treat. So the highways, I'm pretty sure the state is in charge of the highways, like I-49. Not really 100% sure how that works out here in Arkansas. But usually the major highways are in better condition than the back roads. And if you can avoid like a big overpass, I would definitely do that too. Okay. Okay. Will the air making it drier make travel safer? Yeah, it will. But it's just kind of hard to gauge. I mean, I looked outside earlier and it looked like the sidewalks were starting to dry out because we got that wind. It's just nonstop, the dry air. How dry is this? That is a good question. Let me see. We got dew points in the teens, but dew points aren't really what we want to look at for evaporation because that's the water vapor. Dew point is the measure of the water vapor that's in the atmosphere. But if we want to know if we want to compare, um, you know, how dry the air is compared to the actual temperature, we look at the relative humidity. Let's get that up. Yeah, see, it's not really, even though there's not a lot of water vapor in the air, but the wind will definitely aid, even though the relative humidity isn't as low as what we would like to see. The wind will sure aid in the evaporation process. Um, Here's a question: is it more ice or snow? I would say at this point it's more snow because it's too cold. for it to be because ice we talk about a warm layer aloft, and then as the rain falls, it freezes. That's where we get the ice. So, okay, yeah, yeah. So I think it's more snow now. Tisha, I think you might have asked that earlier. Highway 12 up there in Rogers. Yeah, definitely um, seeing snow on the roads. Let me look over here for a second. So that's not Highway 12. That's Interstate 49. But we can see up there in Rogers. Definitely snow covered roads. Right. Um, Checking back in on the radar. Again, super light. Yeah, definitely prayers for anyone having no choice but to be on the roads. Yeah, I do think conditions will slowly improve heading into tomorrow morning because once all this precip stops, we have nothing but to improve. Whole forecast area Thursday and Friday, even maybe even more the River Valley. Kenzie, I assume you're talking about Thursday and Friday, and that looks to be snow. You bring your kids inside. If they're outside right now, I'd bring them inside. It's freezing cold. Wind chill values are in the single digits. Um, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, on the newscast earlier, we mentioned warming shelters. So definitely don't want to be outside in this because temperatures this cold can be deadly. Yeah. So the typical areas that ice over will be icing over. Okay. I have to leave by 6 in a.m. for work traveling Highway 12 to downtown Rogers. How would you expect roads to be between there? Yeah, I do think there'll still be some snow on the roads, but I think there could be a few slick spots, but I don't think it's going to be widespread slick everywhere, especially with the wind and with this just a little light precip that we had. Yeah, great comment. Models are just that, models. They take certain mathematical equations and turn them into meteorological data. Models will handle air temps and depth of that air very well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why it's so hard to do precept type. Is it going to be freezing rain, sleet, snow? Because the models don't usually do a good job with the shallow cold air masses, but the NAM does for some reason. NAM's pretty good. I know I'm really far behind in the comments. It's 10:29 and I am on comments at 10:10 and this football game is almost over. So I gotta wrap this up pretty soon. So I'm gonna just speed read through these comments and see if anything jumps out. Is there school tomorrow? I don't have that information right now. They'll probably wait till tomorrow morning. No schools in Fayetteville. Is that because they choose to go back Tuesday, or is it because of the weather? I don't know, and I'm not sure if that's true or not. Not that I don't trust you. I just don't know. P Ridge has no school this week. Good for P Ridge. Is it glitchy for everyone? Let me see. It we do have that issue. Sometimes it is glitchy, but for me right now, looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. So um, it might be us, it might be your end. All right. Some of these comments are funny. All right. Okay. Um, yeah, the game's over. I think I'll wrap this up. But yeah, really appreciate you guys being on. I apologize if I did not get to your comment because there's a good chance that I didn't, just because there were so many and we have to do a newscast. But again, just to recap things, I was doing this live because there, there could be some icy issues heading into Monday morning. And beyond that, another system looks to move in Thursday into Friday. So we are going to give you updates on that as we get closer. But until then, make sure to join us on KNWA here coming up after this post game show. And until then, stay safe and have a great night.